Well, it's a great opportunity to be able to serve in the senior NCO capacity as the advisor to the Chief of the Army Reserve and the Commander of the U.S. Army Reserve Command, to be able to serve as the senior NCO, the senior leader of the soldiers, civilians, and our families, and be able to provide some leadership and support to our soldiers. My hopes actually is to educate, to make sure that our soldiers are trained, that they understand the importance of readiness. One of our greatest challenges in the Army Reserve right now is medical readiness, physical fitness. We've got a lot of flags in the Army Reserve. I'd like to be able to promote an awareness for our command teams to seek the opportunity for education on the systems and the management of the systems. I think we've got a lot of soldiers out in the field who they're not quite comfortable. They haven't received maybe the level of training that they need on the CSM, RLAS, and a lot of the systems that we use. So I'd like to help the Green Tab soldiers be able to get a focus on this. In addition, I want to make sure that we look at our soldiers that are not performing so well when it comes to physical fitness, height and weight, and things like that. And I'd like to be able to take away the stigma of, a problematic issue that we have across the Army Reserve, and to help those soldiers be able to build confidence and self-esteem to where they are back, in the among the team again, and feel like they're truly a valuable part of the team. I think as long as I focus on the basis of leadership, those common core principles of leadership, the foundation of taking care of our soldiers, our civilians, and our family members, I think it's pretty well the same job and the same mission regardless of what level you're at. It may be a little more strategic, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to those competencies of finding balance within myself as a leader, making sure that I look at my internal faith, look at the needs of the Army Reserve, taking care of our soldiers, and of course doing right when it comes time to making the mission count. Not only to the soldiers and the leaders, the civilians in the 99th Regional Support Command, but I would also say across the 31 years of my career, I've been very fortunate to have served in numerous levels of command between ONF training and the RSCs. And along the way, I've absolutely had some outstanding mentors, leaders, peers, and colleagues alike. And I will tell you that every assignment and every opportunity has lent something unique and special to getting me to where I'm at this point as a leader. So all I can tell you is I have a greater obligation to the force as a whole. I love soldiers, I love their families, and I want to make sure that along the way everyone understands that I'm here to support the force. The key point of success that we have to use as a point of measurement is to realize that the soldiers that we train today very well may be the leaders tomorrow. And I've always been, and I'm really concerned, that we've got to be conscientious about training our leaders, making sure that we're not doing check the block training. I want to make sure that we fulfill the obligation to the parents of the soldiers that we serve today, that we train the leaders today that are going to be potentially the ones to take our children into theater and bring them home alive during a deployment. And we've got to make sure that we do due diligence and take care of those folks and make sure they get them trained, and not just train from a standpoint of saying we got it, but let's make sure that we train them to a level of proficiency and readiness that there's no question in anyone's mind that our soldiers are going to be ready to go, competent, and go fight and win and return home safe.